Former CEO that dealt with the FDA all the time. What are the next steps now for Johnson & Johnson?
Look, I think this is really not in Johnson & Johnson's hands. This was real-world evidence that was discovered in the normal course of administering vaccines to, close to 7 million people. And the FDA and CDC are investigating. But really, I think this is not anything in J&J's hands. They've done an excellent job of getting this vaccine out and out to the public. They've committed a lot of resources to doing that. And I think the transparency here has been excellent.
We've talked a lot about how rare it is. 6 cases in the United States out of the almost 7 million of these shots that have been administered. Was this a prudent step, do you think, by the CDC to take a pause?
Yeah, I think this was an overreaction by the CDC and FDA. Look, the odds of getting COVID and dying of COVID are higher. There was only one fatality. There was one critical case out of these situations. So, this is not a huge deal. You're talking about 1 in millions of odds. The odds of dying in a car crash are incredibly higher on your way home today. Medicines do have side effects. All medicines have side effects. I think making doctors and consumers aware of the issues, being able to manage, if you're starting to feel these things and to report them are all important. So the transparency is terrific. But I think pausing this vaccine will only cause more harm over the long term as we have so much vaccine hesitancy in this country.
And Brent, I guess it's asking the same question in a slightly different way, but had this level of data, the 1 in a million aspect, come out during a more normal, less rushed kind of test process for this vaccine, if we weren't rushing to get them out there, would this have been enough to stop it being authorized in the first place?
No, I really don't think so. Look, all medicines, including these, even under emergency authorization, are a risk-benefit analysis. And the risks of COVID are much higher than the risks of getting CVST here. And so I think we have to keep those things in perspective. We still have, one American dying every 2 minutes from COVID. These vaccines, including the J&J vaccine, are 100% effective against death and serious illness for COVID. So we have to keep that part of the equation in balance versus this very, very rare side effect. And frankly, now that we know about this side effect, we need to talk about it. Doctors need to be aware of it. Consumers need to know the side effects because it's very treatable, or it's likely treatable for most patients.
What do you think ultimately will be the impact on confidence in this country around vaccines in general?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think what the FDA and CDC should have done is issue a warning and a bulletin to doctors. By withdrawing it, I think they've created a sense of panic around already a situation that people are nervous. Yeah, as you know, about 30% of Americans are hesitant to get vaccinated. We need all Americans to get vaccinated. I've been vaccinated. I would take the J&J vaccine, if that's your next question, tomorrow if it were offered to me. But that being said, I think feeding this monster of hesitancy is a really public health negative and probably far outweighs what could have been done here by issuing a bulletin and a Dear Doctor letter and training and education around the side effects and potential treatments of a very, very rare side effect.
So, Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.